Are you using Xcode with its default build settings? You're missing out on productivity, build performance, and you're introducing tech debt from day one. I've been building apps since 2009 and I felt the pain of fixing projects where the defaults were wrong. In this video, I'll share the 7 things that I would change immediately in every new Xcode project that I start. And yes, this also accounts for existing projects. Let's dive in. So you open the Xcode, you start a new project. Say it's an iOS application. You give it a good product name, like in this case, my new app, of course. Then you verify all these settings to make sure that it fits your needs. And then you press next to create that project. Now, this is a new project. It doesn't contain anything other than just a simple hello world view, as you can see in the simulator. And now it's time for change number 1, enabling approachable concurrency. And for that, we need to go into the build settings, search for approachable, and you can see that it's now turned on to yes. However, this might not be the case for your project. This depends on the Xcode version, and definitely for existing projects, this is probably not the case. If you want to enable this for existing projects, make sure to check out this video, which will also explain everything about approachable concurrency. Related to this is the default actor isolation. You want to make sure that this is set to the main actor. Once again, check the related approachable concurrency video, which will explain you all about it. Change number 2, upcoming features. Search for upcoming and see this whole list of upcoming features. Now, it depends on when you're watching this video, which features are available. It also depends what you really want to enable. Some features truly help a new project. Some features are just too experimental. I always like to look into the Swift evolution proposals and see what features are kind of like helping for Swift concurrency, for example, right? So I always like to check these before I start a new project. Change number 3, Swift language version. As you can see, this is a brand new project, but it's actually set to Swift 5, while Swift 6 is already available. So I highly recommend turning Swift 6 on. You'll immediately benefit from strict concurrency, the most recent APIs that are available in Swift, and you reduce tech debt. For existing projects, this is a little different. I do have a video that talks about migration, so make sure to give that a check if you're migrating an existing project. Now, related to this is strict concurrency. As you can see, it's now set to complete. This is kind of related to enabling Swift 6. Change number 4, clean up the Xcode project. In my case, I'm almost never using UI tests, so I love removing that target straight away. It's not only removing the target, you also need to clean the folder. So go ahead and move that to trash. A clean project helps you to stay productive, and it all starts from day number 1. Change number 5, general build settings. The first one is compilation mode. Make sure this is set to incremental for debug builds and wall module only for release. Next, optimization level. Make sure these are set to no optimization and none for debug builds. Otherwise, it might be difficult to debug your builds, but no worries, oftentimes these are set to this by default. For existing projects, make sure to check them. Next, build active architecture only. Set this to yes for debug builds. Once again, this is likely the default. Make sure to check this for existing projects. And finally, the debug information format. This one I've seen being wrong for existing projects a lot of times, and it can actually decrease your build performance. Now, if you're interested in more build performance tips, check out this video which goes into depth about it. Change number 6, using an app group from the start. For that, we need to go into our target, go to signing and capabilities, and add a new capability, app groups. Now, you might want to read up on this a little bit more. It has to do with provisioning profiles and such. But essentially what you want to do is make sure that you store any user defaults or those kind of data in your app group. Because if you don't, you can't easily share this data with app extensions, which you will add in the future, for example. And this one is super painful to migrate. So truly make sure to read up on app groups and add this from the start. And the final change, folder structure. Now, we don't have many files now, but I like to use folders like views and move all my views into that. If you're just prototyping, it's probably fine to keep the default, but I like to get started with folder structures really early on. I also create Swift packages really early on. This kind of like prepares myself for the future, and a good foundation is the best thing to make an app successful. We can also talk about view structure, but now we only have a super simple view. If you have complex views that are super large, make sure to check out this video because I'm sure you'll like it. And those were the 7 changes I would apply to every new project, but also existing projects. So make sure to give that a check. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel for more videos about Xcode, swiftui and iOS development. See you in the next video.